This is why I will never be confident in a bathing suit. This is why I slightly hike up my pants. This is why I suck my stomach in. This is why I am ashamed, naked. This is what I try to hide. This is a time I don't really remember.
Such a great example of poetry and movement. I love the way that the choreography matched with the lines of the poem, and just everything that was said and the expressions. It was just so great and so impactful.
It was like poetry performed in choreography, if that makes sense. Which is an interesting concept. That dancer was excellent. Performed all the choreography excellent. I really like the void black behind him. Really drew your eyes to him. I also like the poem or the verse that was read. It was really powerful, and the choreography and the cinematography seemed to match the vibe that the poem was saying, and that was a cool concept. So, really good job.
Yeah, I thought this one was really compelling. It feels like you're kind of in the audience for this, with the camera sort of leading your eye to where the filmmaker wants you to focus. But as far as production design goes, it's extremely stripped down. There's one foldable chair. There's this guy who's in his underwear, and the lighting is pretty stationary the entire time. And so I think once you strip all of those storytelling elements away, it really it kind of forces your hand into, we're just focusing on the performance. And I think that the dancer did a great job. I think he really poured himself in, and I think it's hard to do when you're just up there by yourself, and you can't kind of hide your mistakes or anything like that. So I think that there's a lot to be proud of here.
The exposed nature of the body in its openness, the crevices, the folds, the nooks and crannies that is our skin, that tells our story for a lifetime full of love and losses, connections and isolations. And I just thought it was a beautiful piece to highlight just how we amble through life, taking risks or hiding away in these vessels of flesh. And I thought it was a really stripped down and quite beautiful piece, with the narration bouncing off the movement.
I thought this one was a really creative and unique expression. Obviously, the contrast between the performer and the narrative there is just really, really smartly done. I enjoyed it on all points. I think it was pretty straightforward what was going on, but really effective. Definitely worth checking out.
I feel a very unique and interesting look at both gender, sex, and stereotypes. Just in the sense of how we perceive ourselves, how we perceive each other. And I found it very interesting that it was a female voice to a male dancer. I felt like it kind of united a lot of these issues when it comes to self-image, especially since he was wearing flesh-colored clothing. It basically made it that by proxy he was naked, and when you're naked you're the most exposed, and a lot of the messages that the narrator had were about body image and how we're judged for how we look. And I felt like that was very impactful.
Loved this. I thought this was fantastic in so many different ways. I loved how it was narrated and how it was portrayed, especially in the beginning. They kept a lot of things, I think, like intentionally like veiled almost, where they were being very strategic about the shots and the angles that they were using, the whole like beginning little section. And then as you reveal more, it just has such a bigger impact because you think you already know the frame of the voiceover and the dance and the how things are connected with what's being said and what's being physically moved and shown and how the body is moving. And then as you kind of get more and more, the voiceover kind of like takes on a different level, the movement takes on a different level, the whole thing just kind of amps up, and I absolutely loved it.